Yes guys, welcome back. We are here with Big KC out for the Euromasters, her final show of the season. Let's see what we can do. It's gonna be a big one, guys. It's gonna be a movie. Let's go.
Farò piangere questa canzone perché un G non piange, non ha più emozione. Non ne esci qua, non c'è cauzione. Baby, sono ancora in questa vita troia che scopa e non si innamora. E tutti si ubriacano di qualche cosa.
So far, car, bus, plane and train. Do we catch a boat next? Stay tuned. So, long day of travel, but we are here. So, Crown Plaza, athlete registration tonight. Kerry is getting her tan sorted, her registration sorted. We are rocking and rolling, surviving on caffeine and nicotine. But one thing I would always advise the clients traveling for international shows, travel early, because a travel day is always going to be long. There's always going to be roadblocks along the way. Long directions, delays, travel, all of these things. You don't want to be doing that day before a show or when you've got appointments for tanning, appointments for hair, appointments for makeup, because it's just going to create so much stress. Travel out a couple of days early, get yourself sorted, get yourself settled. Bear Grylls once said, catch your bearings. Being here a couple of days earlier gives us a chance to actually get to where we need to within plenty of time. If we're rushing around, if we're panicking, if we're delayed, if we're caught off guard by roadblocks, train cancellations, or poor map direction skills, Kerry, we can literally just chill. We don't have to be at a certain place at a certain time. It also gives you a chance to get to your Airbnb, get sorted, get shopping sorted, get food sorted for the weekend. You want to give yourself plenty of time and no risk of stress whatsoever, because stress is what's going to kill a physique at this point. So we've got tomorrow to completely chill out and relax. Kerry's going to get her last pump session in. We're going to hit either a mad upper session or a lower session. Not decided yet. Either Saturday or Sunday, we're going to train both days. Going to head down to Mind Paradise, which is fucking epic. Alessandra has hooked us up with some day passes, so I'm going to get some bad boy content in there. Kerry's last pump session. It's got to the point now where Kerry's season's been so long, trying to hold her look now is becoming very difficult. It gets to a point where the mind is still willing, but the body's done. Now, we have to remember Kerry's prep first started back in January, where she did her first qualifiers at the start of the season, the Ben Weider, then we flew out to Sweden when I last competed as well. We had a short break in between, and then we've now come for the last part of the season, where she's done Italy, the British finals, and now here for the Euromasters. We also have to take into consideration for a female androgen exposure. They can only be exposed to androgens for a limited period of time. So we have to be very selective as where we're placing that androgen load throughout the year. It's now come to the point where even if she wanted to do more shows, the time's called where we're not willing to push any further than that. And Kerry's androgen use is very, very low. She doesn't need a lot, but still it's not just dose that you have to take into consideration. It's the time and length of exposure that she's been subjected to those compounds. And even though it is still such a select time, we don't want to run the risk of any negative health complications, any risk of virilization. She's in a bikini class. She still has to look feminine. If she started to get male characteristics, that's a big no-bueno. And this is something that I've seen quite a lot with recent consults that I've had with potential clients over the last few months. The female androgen use within the industry at the moment is becoming ridiculous. I had a consult with a female that was running 200 milligrams of Primo, 50 milligrams of Anavar, and this has been months and months and months. There's not much talk in the industry about female usage, female dosages. And this is something that I think needs to be brought more into light, is that you are not male bodybuilders. You can't subject your body to those things without getting negative deleterious health effects. They're not just going to impact your look, they're going to impact your future. So just taking drugs for the sake of it is not the answer. Trying to plan out and map out a season or an athlete season based around their drugs could be the make or break of your career. So that's something we won't take risks of. And for Kerry's off season now, she will not have any androgen exposure at all for the whole year because she just doesn't need it. We can focus on food, we can focus on training, we can focus on non-androgenic compounds, your basic stuff like L-carnitine, which for a female, you're going to get so much bang for your buck. We're going to wait for her to finish up with her registration now. Go get a food shopping. That's probably going to be behind the buttons doing some editing. I'm going to be behind the laptop doing some catch up with check-ins. We'll get a look at Kerry as well because I haven't had a chance to look at her yet because the traveling's been so mental. She's probably dropped weight big time. Her physique is very, very dry. So we won't be doing any kind of like drastic drying off protocols or anything like that. Her is just keeping that nice balance of chill, fresh, full, happy vibes, chilled, relaxed times. She'll be listening to some fucking 90s retro music throughout the space of the weekend because it keeps her in a good spot. But other than that, we're here to just fucking land it. Let's go. So talking about like back when I used to personal train and clients giving it the big one, and he was like, yeah, you know, I'm quite experienced. I train really hard. You know, I'm quite experienced with this. And I was like, okay, cool. So he rocks up for his first session. And I was like, well, you know, you said you're quite experienced, so let's hit off your first session as legs. Took him through like a little bit of like mobility work just to warm him up because I didn't want to like completely fucking injure him first. First exercise, blasted him pretty hard on his hamstrings just to prime up his hips and stuff. And I could see at that point, he was like, oh shit. Got him on the leg press. He did 2 sets and he started to like heave. And I was like, bro, you better go to the toilet pretty quick. But his legs turned to jelly so fast that when he was trying to run to the toilet, his legs kept buckling. And I'm trying to stay professional and hold like a real stern, serious face. But I could see people around the gym looking and laughing at the same time. I had tears streaming down my face because I just physically couldn't hold my shit together. Because he's running across the gym like Bambi with his legs buckling. Like you can see his back heaving. But this is what we were talking about, like intensity within the gym. I think people think they train hard, but it's not until you're shown what actual savageness in the gym really is. Like people look at me all the time, they're like, oh man, you train really hard. There's probably levels of intensity that I haven't even unlocked. Like if we look at people like Dan Bastic, like I've never trained with Dan. I'm sure Dan could unlock new levels of intensity in my training. You then look at someone like Jordan Peters. Like there's always new levels. If someone turns around and says to me, yeah, I train really hard, I instantly think you probably don't. Because the people who are saying that they train hard don't know hard. If the people who are training hard, they don't need to say it. Their physique says it all. So talk less, work harder. Oh, what a day of travel. And it ain't over yet. Doing the macro calculations in our head. I think we've got everything, the basics: chicken, rice, dark chocolate we need. We've got the easy absorbable carbs, honeys, jams, jam, honey. Kerry needs tuna, I think. You got tuna?
Got tuna.
Apples, fruits, basically all the good stuff. Nice, easy, digestible carbs. Kerry's good with cereal, so we use that as well. Cream of rice doesn't sit very well with her, like the big voluminous stuff. So cereal sits well, rice sits well. We keep everything simple and things that we know that digest key. That's how you nail a peak. No burgers and diazide. A trick for shopping abroad, your carry-on bag, empty it out, and use it in the shop to carry your shopping back to the Airbnb. Game changer. People overcomplicate bodybuilding in a different country. We have literally got an Airbnb 5 minutes away from a spa that literally has everything we eat every single day. We come, we get the same shopping, we cook the same foods, we keep everything as simple and as basic as possible. We're ready to rock and roll. And we get to do it in a fucking cool country, not the UK. Doesn't need to be complicated, guys. 4 grams over, I fucked it.
No missing.
No missing. The other way. Now, turn your wrist up, but turn in.
Fuck.
striated. So breathe out really hard. Crunch on your oblique. And breathe out. How to turn a bikini girl classic. Can you vacuum? Try. Get there. Yeah, I know, right? Ladies and gentlemen, that is day 1 in Italy wrapped up. Kerry is registered, checked in, fed well. We are not going to call this the fucking Italian job because we're not cliche. We're not like everybody else. I will think of a cool name. We're going to coin it let's get it. But no, it's been a movie so far for day 1. Tomorrow we're going to head down to Milan Paradise for a 6 session, get Kerry's last pump. Other than that, just do the typical bodybuilding thing and have a fucking good time. So stay tuned and enjoy the ride. Much love. So, welcome, day 2. We are up and at it. Kerry has just done our first chicken of the day. We had a little side bet last night on what Kerry's morning weight was. Matty said 43.7. I said 44.2. Kerry, what were you? Pretty good at this shit. But yeah, she's looking very good today. I think the sort of buffer day that we had yesterday for travel was working really well. She's looking tight. She definitely has a lot more room to fill out today. So today we're going to be feeding her up. We're going to take it kind of 2 meals at a time. So we'll get her usual high day first 2 meals in this morning, get a look at her post-training, plan her next 2 meals after that. We'll probably fit a couple of extra meals in, which we've done for the last couple of peaks. Load her up just early because we found for the British finals, it took a lot more filling than what I'd expect. So I prefer to do more of the filling more aggressively the day before and then back off. But we've got room to fill today, so she's gonna be eating. She's gonna be eating good. Let's get it. The ancestral burial ground. This is where the original bodybuilders came to lay after their mad leg day sessions. I don't actually know the history of this, but it looks pretty historic. But my guys, if you know, you know. I don't even need to tell you what this building is. The real bodybuilders will know exactly where we are. But we're about to head into Milan Paradise, the bodybuilding Mecca. If you love your gym kit, you'll know exactly what this place is. Let's go. Gonna go for the flex chest press, just because it is an OG piece with a beautiful stretch you get in the lengthened position and how it lightly drops off when you contract through. You just can't beat that contraction. And this is what I mean about the right pieces of kit. When you feel that muscle light up, bodybuilders who truly love bodybuilding, when you get that internal confirmation of your muscle feeding back to you that this is fucking working. Oh, it gets the testosterone flowing, the adrenals pumping. That's what we fucking love. That's what gets the juices flowing, boys and girls. Let's get it. Blood pressure, PB. Imagine someone's poking you in between the shoulder blades, like a string here, and they're pulling up through your pecs. And as you contract, you're driving your biceps in, squeezing and contracting into there. Nice. Slow in, pause, squeeze. And even since 4 or 5 weeks ago, Alessandra's got a new kit. I'm looking around, it's just like a fucking kid in a sweet shop. What do you want to play with? Just want to train whole body. Do a weekend of whole body exercise, do every bit of kit. We'll start off in that corner and just work our way through. It's a museum. Just saying, the fact that Alessandra has got Currents playing as well. If you know the band Currents, you are a real one. But yeah, big heavy metal, forged in iron, bro, in the trenches. The engineered boys know. Joe and Billy, I know, are a big fan of this. Me as well. The Strive Row. We're about to get some thick back on today, boys and girls. Getting that big booty bishes on. I'm Wish's version of Joey. I watch that guy train back in awe. Just trying to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So failure is a conversational topic at the moment. What defines training to failure? What does it look like? Now, it's probably going to look different to everybody. If somebody has an absolutely insane level of connection and stimulus to the muscle they're targeting, it might not even look like they're getting close to failure, but that internal connection, there comes a point where muscle contraction just switches off. You know there's nothing left. You can potentially manipulate a couple more reps by throwing your body weight around, by swinging into the movement, but what are you gaining from that other than potential risk of joint injuries, potential risk of just fucking yourself up and burying yourself into a hole more? It just makes no sense. Take the muscle to failure, learn how to truly connect and control it, then take it to failure. There's many times I've been training where someone's coming for a spot and going, two more. I know there ain't two more in there unless I try and manipulate that set, which if I'm manipulating the set, I'm just trying to cheat a logbook to add an extra number on a page, which makes no sense. I want to take the muscle to failure. That looks very different. We don't have to be shouting, screaming, throwing our body weight around to try and force those last reps out. Like, yeah, that type of session is fun every now and then. But if we're looking to grow a muscle, it's not necessarily how or the most effective way to do that. And I'm not going to say this is the most effective way, but if you want to have time longevity in the sport, the idea is staying injury free and progressing for as long as possible. So bear that in mind. And then sometimes we just got to grip it and rip it. Just have some fucking fun. There is no absolutes in bodybuilding. Chalk, cheese, apples, oranges. Lift weight, contract muscles, do it consistently over time, eat your meals, focus on digestion, sleep like a baby. It really is that fucking easy. Doesn't need to be that much more complicated than that. Just do it for a long time and stay consistent. That's where most people go wrong. Swapping and changing plans, listening to one influencer over another influencer. Oh, this one says this one says this, maybe I'll try this, maybe I'll swap to this. Just stay consistent. Focus on getting strong, focus on contracting muscles, eat the food, get strong, get heavy. When you're too fat, diet down, get lean, and then do it again. It's not any more complicated than that, boys and girls. And I came from 8.5 stone at 24, so I think I've got a little bit of skin in the game. So we don't do anything drastic. She'll dry off very nicely overnight. In the past, I've done different methods of the drying out process. We've used Peak Max, we've used vitamin C, we've used water or sodium manipulations. She dries off so quick, it's just not needed. If anything, it actually is a detriment to her look. She starts flattening off too hard. We learned that out in Sweden 2 years ago, where we thought she looked fucking epic, and she did. But then when the whole lineup came out, she stood out so much because she was so lean. And that was just simply from water and sodium and vitamin C manipulation. We just learned that it's just not worth doing it with her. Like, she will dry off naturally overnight. So load her up, almost spill her, and then she'll just naturally dry off overnight and wake up pretty much on the money. So girl's gonna eat today. 5 Guys, triple burger, double fries. Let's get it. So that is upper box stuff, mind paradise. Kerry, nice easy pump session box stuff. She's on stage tomorrow. Me and the Big G, we'll head down in tomorrow for a big boiler leg session, which is going to be pretty fucking sick because she's not going to be on until later. Now, rest and digest for Big KC. Eat, chill, kick back, watch some Netflix. That's the vibe for today. And then she got tan at 7, so we'll see what she's looking like with a juicy tan. And that's where you see Kerry's physique come to life. When she's got a tan on, it's a game changer for her condition. Trust. When that tan goes on, it's like, oh shit, now it's on. So you come to life more when you pose. So before you go on backstage, because there's going to be the pump up area where I'm allowed, and there's going to be a period where coaches don't go backstage just before she goes on. So I want Kerry to do a few rounds, 3 or 4, before she physically goes on stage, so that she's more pumped, more full. Like, as she poses, she gets better. So I want that look as she walks on, rather than her doing her rounds and getting better as she goes through the rounds. I want her to walk on stage fucking ready. Because it's one of those, if a class is so big, you got a very short time to make a good appearance and make a good impression. I want her to walk on stage and then be like, damn. So a few rounds of posing. Also, it helps like just get the cobwebs out, like when you're backstage. Sometimes pre-nerves, you'll kind of just stand there pumping up and then just go straight on stage to pose. It can be a bit deer in headlights. One thing that we've really tried to work on with Kerry this season is her stage presence. We know that she's got a very good physique. She can train hard. She does the bodybuilding thing very, very well. Kerry will be the first person to admit she's not a girly girl. She doesn't like the whole, look at me. But in bikini, the key is look at me. Like, don't look at anyone else, look at me. So trying to bring that kind of charisma out of Kerry has been the big focus of this year, and she's definitely getting much better at it. So confidence on the stage, right, girl? Beyonce. Yes, my guys. So it is officially show day. Kerry's getting a 5-star treatment. I am preparing her second meal for her. She's got 120 grams of cooked weight rice, 120 grams of chicken, 10 grams of raisins. She doesn't like honey, but I would like to add some sort of sugary-based carbohydrate to that, but I will speak to her what she wants. When I'm carb loading someone, I like to have a mixture of different carbs. We got glucose, sucrose, fructose. It's nice to have a different combination of different carbohydrates. They will all assimilate differently and help with digestion and the absorption of those carbohydrates. So when you see people using things like dry fruit, bananas, honey, and then simple single ingredients like rice, there's a reason behind it. We're not just making shit up as we go along. But this is her second meal. She is looking dry. We are looking wet. Me and the big man have just finished training legs. We found the most mid-gym you could ever imagine in your life that actually had some of the sickest equipment that I've ever fucking trained on. So for my people that know their gym equipment, we're talking like the old Cybex VR1 lay-in adductor. It was basically that, but just a shit version of it, which actually felt incredible. There was the, again, it's sort of like a B-Tech version of the Nitro pin-loaded leg press, which was an absolute game changer. Not the Eagle where the chair moves, the one that's got the pivot-in foot press. Oh, my God. We did like a sissy style on our toes. Deep, nasty, 20 to 30 rep sets with drop sets. Quads were blown. Kerry's just been chilling, doing her makeup, getting all glam for the fam. Is she ready? You gonna come jump on camera and talk to the people? And she said, fuck yourself, she doesn't want to talk to you. She's focusing on getting ready. So we are, Uber's booked. She's gonna sort this meal. I'm gonna sort myself out a meal. I am prepped for the day as well. This is another thing that I keep seeing, right? Coach is saying that you can't be, I'm not calling myself a top tier bodybuilder because I am most definitely not a top tier bodybuilder. I'm like bottom of the barrel, but I live it and breathe it. People will say, oh, you can't be good at both. I will hold myself to the highest level of standards within my bodybuilding. I'll hold myself to the highest level of standards within my coaching. You can do both, and I won't be told otherwise. Every time I've heard people say you can't do both, first thing I always think is, watch me. We haven't missed a single meal. Everything has been exactly on plan. The only thing that I would ever change for myself on something like this is my training might be a little bit different. I will still try and train, but I can't do fasted cardio because there might not be a gym nearby. So what I'll do the week leading up to a weekend, I'll just do additional cardio over the days leading up. So still tallies at the same as my training. I might take a couple of extra rest days, or I might combine certain aspects of my volume throughout the week. Everything still gets ticked. Everything still gets done. I'm literally dripping all over the table because I've just finished legs, because I still do what I need to do as well. Kerry doesn't need a hand holding the whole weekend, so I'll go and train while she's doing hair and makeup. We make it work. It's all about how much you want it. How much do you want it, people? We are in the trenches. Let's get it. Staring at a woman in a tent naked. It didn't even register. We were just chatting to each other. And then one of the other tanners was like, no, it's okay. They're like a couple. But then the other one was like, no, get out. And I thought, what was this woman's problem? And then it kind of like clicked what was actually going on. I was talking to a naked woman in a tent being tanned. They just didn't know it was my missus. So fun times. But then being out in like Sweden, no one gives a fuck. People are just literally getting butt naked backstage, changing. It's just like, I don't know where to look. I'm just like, so
just stare at it.
Nothing left to the imagination, is it? Yeah. First time I went out there, I was like, oh shit, this is happening backstage, is it? I was like, okay. But Sweden is a sick vibe. It is a sick vibe. I think more and more UK bodybuilders are going out there to compete now. I know a lot of people that have been out there. Coolest experience this year for us, competing with Kerry for the first time. Being up on stage with the big boy Billy was fucking epic as well. And I will announce for the first time on the channel, openly to people, that I will be competing again next year. First show planned around August. Second back in Sweden in September. that is the game plan. So off season now until then, I'll probably have a mini cut at some point. But for those who are asking, we'll be back on stage next year. The plans and wheels are in motion. Let's fucking go. Big boy Brad. It's the game. See if we can get the supers and then be the smallest on stage. Time to get glazed. Bikini Class A. Backstage, coach's pep talk. Team huddle up, hands in. 3, 2, 1. Yep, let's get it.
All right, thank you. Please welcome 377 Serena Carlini.
Thank you, ladies. Ladies, face to back. Face fronts.
I'm gonna drink it, I'm dancing tonight. Telling myself that you're not on my mind. And you're stuck on my
381, 379, switch please.
cause I need you, you're my armor, you're my weakness, no more hiding, no more secrets.
379, 384, switch please. 376, 362, 382. Switch, please. Ladies, face to back. Face front. Face back. Face fronts.
So Kerry has just been on Class of 8. It's just been announced that she got top 5. So we're waiting for the awards now. Feeling good, like very, very dominant from the front. Very good tan, very good skin. She just got beat from the rear. So I think either 4th or 5th, which we're happy with. We know each of our last shows that we've done, feedback is always more glutes, which is an off season. We know that. So we've done everything we can. See where we place in top 5, but we're happy with it. Last time we came out here for the amateur Olympia, we just got outside of top 5. So it's an improvement from the last time we were here 5 weeks ago. So we'll take that as the win, as the goal is always improving. So I'm happy. I'm happy with the look. She's got better show after show after show. So now we just wait, see where she places, and then wrap it up from there. Stay tuned. the 2025 show season. Finito. What a way to kick it off. Top 5. So Kerry got 4th. Last time we was out here, we just missed out on top 5. So to get 4th at this one, very, very, very happy. So it's been an absolute movie out here. I could not be more excited for the 2026 season already. This one hasn't even finished and I'm already excited for it. But we know the goal. It's now off season for Kerry. I think we will probably end up competing again together next year because we had so much fun doing it last year. So Kerry's in a big off season now, big focus on the glutes. I'm focusing on getting as big as fucking possible, big everything. But yeah, a lot of content coming over. Even though the show season's done, we're still going to be bringing some fresh content for you. So my guys, as always, much love. Stay blessed. Love, 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 love. Let's get it.